If you're not leading in your family, then you're really not qualified to lead anywhere else. And if you're not leading, you're following. And you're letting your circumstances all around you dictate to you how your life's going to go. And as a result, how your family's life is going to go. So if you really want to learn how to have a better situation at home, a better relationship with your wife and children, to where your wife looks at you differently, she smiles at you more, she's got a great attitude, and where your children are really looking up to you as the man that you are, their dad, their father, the most important person in their life, and that you're influencing those children, not just when they're little, but throughout their whole life, that they're looking up to you and so thankful that they had a dad like you, then this is for you right here. Now we're going to talk about Proverbs 16:32, and this principle is telling us as men and how we can use this verse in our lives to bless ourselves, our wife, and our children. That he who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules over his spirit than one who takes a city. Wow, that's pretty awesome. So just by you having self-control and patience, you are stronger and mightier than the man who's able to take a city. Think about it. The man who's taking the city is a man who is a warrior. He's going with his sword and his spear or his shield, whatever he's got on him, and he's rushing in the battle to take that city and slay the enemy. But what is more difficult than that is controlling your own spirit, your own heart, your own mind, your own thoughts, your anger. If you can control that, then you are on a great course for having success within the four walls of your home. So what is this? The Bible here is telling us that patience is strength. Patience is one of the fruits of the Spirit as well. Love, joy, peace, patience. Patience is super important. So if you're slow to anger, then you're being patient. For example, anytime your wife comes to you and she has something going on, maybe she's emotional, maybe she's upset about something, maybe she's not happy with something that you're doing. If your immediate knee-jerk reaction to that is that you get angry, now you are literally losing control, and you're handing control over to the situation and to your wife and to anybody else who will take control. But if you will listen and you will process things and you will control your own spirit, then you can control your entire situation. When you get angry, it's your circumstances that are in control and not you. And right here in the Bible, we can see in Proverbs 16:32 that we are supposed to be in control of our lives, not our situation, not our circumstances. It's our circumstances around us that are making us upset. It's our circumstances around us that are getting us depressed or down. But it's up to you, the strong leader, the man of your house, to not allow those circumstances to affect you mentally. You have to stay locked in. You have to have faith. You got to look at things beyond the circumstances. Get into prayer and start to trust God more with your situation. Give up control of what you are trying to do yourself and give all of that control into His hands. Start to trust Him more. But there's still one key that if you don't do this one, you will literally miss your whole ability to make the changes. Thinking too much about a problem makes that particular problem worse. Thinking too much about it makes it grow. I can remember a time when I was talking to my wife, and her and I, we just kept talking about the problem. And what started out as a just basic conversation turned into me getting upset, because I started thinking about all the stuff that wasn't going right and all the things that led up to that situation. And then at that point, it's like, whoa, this really is bad. This really sucks. And then what I realized is that was a complete downward spiral. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to be able to learn from that situation so that they don't happen to you. Ultimately, what it came down to was action has to be taken on your problems, or they will continue to get worse. It is the actions that are going to solve everything else, all of the problems. They're not going to be solved by talking about them. The action, whatever the problem is, you have to take action in that particular area. Let me give you one example. Let's say one of your children are not cleaning their room. Ignoring the problem is not going to help. The room not being clean, it's probably upsetting mom. And if mom's upset, she's coming at you and she's wanting you to do something about it. Now, if you just ignore it, that's going to get worse. If you just talk about it, it's going to get worse. But what is the action step that's going to be needed in this situation? It's very simple. You're going to go to your child, you're going to explain to them the importance of keeping the room clean and how amazing it makes you and mom feel when it is clean, and also how great it's going to be for them. You're going to then follow up every single day to make sure that it's being done. Now, can you see for the difference here? On one hand, you're talking. On one hand, you're taking action. On one hand, you're not, you're taking a passive approach, because talking about a problem is a passive aggressive approach. You're talking about it, you're thinking about it, but you're not doing anything about it. The doing is the game changer. If what you're doing right now isn't working, just literally try something else. Like, you can think all day long about it, but just try different things until you get it figured out. Try different action steps. James 1 verse 22, which says, be doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. We can glean that it's the doers of the word that are going to get the benefits of the word. It's the doers that are living the blessed lives. The ones who are the hearers only, the ones who just think about it, who say, one day maybe I'm going to try that, or one day it's going to get better for me, or one day I hope that things are going to improve. That day will never come for those that are of the hearers only side. You have to be of the doers. The doers are the ones who are going to get blessed and be blessed by the word, because they're taking the daily actions necessary to have success in their homes.